Hello, my dear children. Today is the 22nd of June, and in math, we will continue with our topic angles, which is lesson 1, that is geometrical figures. Let us begin by feeling the presence of God and whisper a short prayer together. Dear God, help me spend today with a smile on my face, love in my heart, joy in His grace, and my thinking cap on all day. Amen. Children, I hope you understood the lesson on angles which we did yesterday. Let us now revise what we learned about angles. We learnt that angles are formed when two rays or lines come together at a point. The joining point or the meeting point is called the vertex, and the two rays are called the arms of the angle. We also learned that angles are measured in degrees, and instead of writing the word degrees, we can put a small circle after the number at the top. We learned that a protractor is used to measure the number of degrees in an angle. It helps to measure any angle. It also helps us in knowing which type of angle it is. The reading on the protractor always begins at 0 degrees and goes on to 180 degrees. We learned that when an angle measures 90 degrees, it is called a right angle. And when an angle measures less than 90 degrees, it is called an acute angle. Today we will learn about the obtuse angle and the straight angle. Now, what is an obtuse angle? An angle whose measure is more than 90 degrees is called an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle can be from 91 degrees to 179 degrees. In these pictures, we can see obtuse angles in the fan and also in the sunbed. What is a straight angle? An angle whose measure is exactly 180 degrees is known as a straight angle. Here are some examples of straight angles. Look at the stairway. We can see a straight angle. In the hands of a clock too, we can see a straight angle. Now children, using your arm, we will make the two types of angles we have learned today. Look at this picture. This is an obtuse angle. Bend your arm to first make a right angle. Then move it away from your body, from your elbow, forming an obtuse angle. Now, hold your arm out straight in order to make a straight angle. Let us now revise the 4 types of angles we have learnt. Depending on the position of the arms, there are different types of angles. The acute angle, the right angle, the obtuse angle, and the straight angle. Children, we will learn how a protractor is used to measure angles. This is how we get to know which type of angle it is and the exact measure of it using a protractor. We place the protractor on the angle as shown in the image. The center has to be placed on the vertex of the angle. And here we can see that the measure is exactly 90 degrees. So it is a right angle. And here we can see that the measure is 50 degrees. So we call it an acute angle. Here we can see that the angle is almost 170 degrees. So it is an obtuse angle. And here the angle measures exactly 180 degrees. So we know that it is a straight angle. Now children, you too can try to measure angles using a protractor. You can draw some angles in your rough book and try to measure them with a protractor and write which type of angle it is. It's time to test your knowledge to see how well you understood the types of angles. Looking at these children, you have to tell which angle they are forming with their arms. The first one, can you guess children? Yes, acute angle. The second one is a right angle. Look at the arms of the third child. Yes, it is a straight angle. And the fourth one is an obtuse angle. Excellent children. Let us review what we have learned today. We did a quick recap of how angles are formed. We learned the use of a protractor to measure angles, and we also learned the two more types of angles. For your activity, you will continue with your topic angles. In your notebook, you will go to the next page and draw and write about the obtuse angle and straight angle as shown in the image attached. Here are some instructions for you to follow. In your notebooks, on the next page, you will continue with the topic angles. You will draw and write about the obtuse and straight angles. Remember to draw with a pencil, write neatly with a blue pen, and underline with a blue color pencil. Leave lines as shown in the image attached, and draw a line after you have completed your work. Children, watch the video attached and understand more about angles.
Hello friends, welcome to a new happy learning video. Look at these images. Do you know what we're looking at? Exactly, they are angles. And today we are going to learn many things about them. An angle is a space between two intersecting lines or surfaces that emerge from the same point called vertex. If you look around, we are surrounded by angles, like the ones this clock handles. Or an ice cream cone makes. The unit of measure of the angles is the degree. And the most important angle of all is this one. It's called a right angle and it measures 90 degrees. The tiny zero you can see in the right upper part of the number 90 is a symbol that represents all angles. We say that a right angle is the most important one because it is the one that is used to compare all of the other angles. The angles that are smaller than a right angle are called acute angles, and they measure less than 90 degrees, like all of these. And the angles that are bigger than a right angle are called obtuse angles, and measure more than 90 degrees, like all of these. To know the degrees that an angle measures, we need to use this instrument, which is called a protractor. So, we need to place the straight part of the protractor over one of the sides of the angle, making the vertex and the central point of the protractor meet. After this, we need to look at the protractor line on the other side of the angle and look at what number it says. These are the degrees that an angle measures. Easy peasy, huh? Let's practice. We said that a right angle is 90 degrees. Let's see. We'll get the protractor and indeed, a right angle is 90 degrees. We haven't fooled you, huh? Now, let's measure this angle. Let's see how much it measures. 45 degrees. It's an acute angle because it is smaller than a right angle. And now, we're going to check out how much this other angle measures. 120 degrees. Of course. It's an obtuse angle because it measures more than 90 degrees. Imagine that instead of being 120, it measures 180. Do you know what this angle is called? We call it a straight angle.
Thank you, children, and have a great day.